Welcome back to Catching Up with Katie, where we sit down, we talk about questions that y'all have asked. We also talk about things that are happening around the farm. And then sometimes we just yap quite a bit. So we are going to do a little bit of a catch up. We have some questions that Abigail has drawn up from Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, all the things. And then we are going to do a rapid fire at the end. So, Abigail.
Update.
I don't know what to do because it's like I don't want to just keep talking, but at the same time you're like just do the update.
Had quite a few things.
This week was freaking hard. So this week's update, I feel like sometimes I'm like, nothing much happened. Like everything happened, I feel like in the last 48 hours. So Ginger hurt herself. There's a whole video about that, and I am waiting on a call from the vet, so we might be having to have an intermission in this video while filming. Y'all won't even know. But her baby looks good. She looks good as of right now. She had to have surgery. She had a puncture wound that was in the hock joint, and so we had to clean that up and be a little bit aggressive with that treatment. And then we also had our first calf of the year. It was a month early. It was from a really nice heifer of ours named Kiki. If you've been following me for a couple of years, then you saw her birth. Her mama is one of our best donor cows. And we tried our best. Me and my daddy stayed up all night with this little baby, tube feeding him. We did the Madigan squeeze. We were giving him all kinds of stuff. We had our vet. Like, we were trying our best to get this little boy to live, and it just was not in the cards for him. And so he passed away. So our first calf of the year was dramatic and hard, and it like drains you emotionally, and it's the worst part of farming. And then on a brighter note, we also took Annie over to the horse show. We are doing that this weekend, which is tomorrow, where my best friend's little girl is going to show her. We also are welcoming Elena and her husband Josh back over to the property to come get Glenn and Buzz. Like, there's so much going on this week. It's not even funny. I feel like there's stuff that I'm leaving out.
The shop.
Well, is that...
I would say that's just kind of an update because there were so many questions about it that, like...
So I casually put in a video, I was like, God, this day has sucked. The shop almost burnt down, whatever. And everyone's like, you can't just say that and then not explain it. The shop, which is where... Like, our shop is in 3 sections. So it's the mini barn, my husband's shop where he works, and then we made basically a little entertainment hangout area, and it has a kitchen and stuff. And so when it's still in the midst of being kind of renovated, and they were staining some wood in there, and we hired a professional to come stain and paint, and they put a bunch of stain rags in a trash can, and it was right next to the electrical panel. And we're not sure if it spontaneously combusted because oil-based stain can do that, but he swears it was water-based. I don't know. But it might have just gotten heated up from the window. We're not sure, but luckily our GC walked in and in the nick of time put it out.
Yeah, because there was no one else there, right? Everyone had gone home for the day.
Yeah, no one else was there. Jonathan
he just happened to come by, check on something, and yeah.
I don't know what would have happened. It was already full of smoke in there. We had to leave the doors open for 2 days. It still kind of smells. I don't know what would have happened. With everything else that's happened this past week, I've just been I'm just going to just put this out of my head. It didn't burn down, so we're just going to leave it alone.
First question. While things are never very predictable and you kind of have to go with the flow, how do you plan to improve and grow your breeding operation? It's kind of a big one.
Yeah. So we're kind of at a spot right now where our barn is full. We are using every pasture we have. I am trying to improve the barn. We're doing a remodel. We just did the shavings pit. I'm trying to improve the mechanics of everything, making things more efficient, and definitely improving what we have right now for the mares that we have right now, for customers to come watch babies and look at them, for foaling out, for for everything. But I do think the next step an improvement is expansion. And not necessarily just to have more horses. I think it's just so that like our barn that we have right now is like just the foaling barn. So that we have bigger stalls.
Yeah.
We have room. Like we're not like, oh, every stall is full. You know what I'm saying? And so I do think we are going to need another barn and another couple of pastures, which that's a battle because while we do have 300 acres, only about half of it is pasture, and a lot of that is used for the cows. And cows take up a lot of space. We're already leasing property to put like heifers on and stuff. And so that's the logistics of it are a little complicated. And so that's definitely in the next 2 years. I would say the barn remodel is going to take a lot of next year, and I don't even think the next barn needs to be fancy. I think it's where like the yearlings and 2-year-olds go, or like the recips that aren't being used go. You know, it's like where it doesn't have to be fancy. They don't have to be foaling stall sized, but that will also entail probably hiring 2 more people, and so it's at a point where I want so badly to improve everything we have going on, but in order to really improve, we're gonna have to expand.
Do you see yourself expanding the mini farm into like its own kind of
Like a bigger piece of property?
I guess just like, do you plan on like growing that like with the breeding going on over there, or
The mini farm is so new, and so like I've had dreams of having miniature horses and like getting into that for forever. But I would be so happy with like 2 more acres of pasture over there, and I'd be like content for a while. I don't really want to like my passion right now is so focused on the big horses and that breeding side of things. Like, yes, I want to breed quality, and so that's why, you know, with Chandler, I'm like really listening to him on which studs to pair with my mares and things like that for the minis. But I don't think I'm at the point where I'm like I'm pretty content, you know. I would love a little more pasture space, I'm not gonna lie, but other than that, I think I'm good.
what are your hopes for Seven for the future? Would you want to keep him kind of like Bo, like a babysitter? I know you're going at his speed. I love watching his progress.
It's hard. Like right now, our whole want for Seven is to be pain-free and able to act like a horse. So it's going to depend on how big he gets. It's going to depend on just how mobile he is. Like we were hoping that he can be super steady on his legs and trot and canter around the field, right? If he's like 12 hands and all of my weanlings are that big and they're going to be stronger than him, I don't know that he'd be babysitter quality. Yeah. And that's just for him, safety-wise. Now, I will say the vets, like I'm talking to them constantly, they are at a point, and things could always turn down, right? But they are at a point that they are so hopeful for him because he is doing so well and because he is getting so much stronger, getting so much steadier on his legs. He's getting up and down by himself. He's on no pain medication. You know, like there are lots of hopes for that. And so I think the main thing, there's the call. I think the main thing is his comfort, and we'll kind of go from there. But I got to talk to the vet real quick. So the phone call was good. Ginger's looking good. I'm probably bringing her home Sunday or Monday, and today's Friday. So very happy about that. Baby looks great. So, okay, back to normal.
Okay. Is there, from what you can tell from your horses, a personality distinction with different color horses? May sound dumb, but I know there are some personality distinctions in dogs, and I've heard people talk about red mares.
I was just about to say red mares have, I don't know, like they've got this a stereotype about them that they're spicy and that they are sassy, and some of my sweetest mares are red mares, but also some of my sassiest mares are red mares. I think gray mares are sassy, but at the end of the day, I really don't think so. I think it's just kind of like red is really common. in just about every breed. And I think because mares themselves are known for being sassy, there's just a wider range of red mares to have experience with. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's where it comes from. But I mean, yeah, that's the stereotype. I think breeds, you could probably say, oh, this breed is hotter headed or sassier or whatever.
Yeah.
There's always going to be people that, you know, like, or there's always going to be some that are outliers that don't fit the mold. But I don't think realistically color has anything to do with it. But there is the stereotype.
I hadn't really thought of it until I saw that, but then I was like, I wonder if that's true. I don't know.
I mean, I have like Earlene is the sweetest thing ever. And then Annie.
Right.
So
someone asked, will you ever do some trail riding videos?
I would like to.
I would like to. But do you think with, I don't know, I guess how much riding experience do you think someone needs to have to go trail ride?
I think if you're, like, let's say we go on the farm, I think you'd be fine on Annie. I think you'd be fine.
Okay.
You would not ride Bo. For some reason, Bo is sassy on the trails. Okay, he's 24 years
You
old.
just get like excited.
So I would ride Bo. That's the thing is we don't really have a whole lot of horses to trail ride right now. Now I did do a trail riding video when we went in Colorado. So I rode this draft cross named Charles, and I wanted to bring him home so bad, but I didn't. And so I did a trail ride because he was so slow and I was behind everyone the entire time. But yeah, I think that would be fun. I think it just gets put on the back burner because it does take a few hours, you know.
Nate, who would you want to ride? Don't say Gracie.
We had to include, okay, let me just say we had to include Nate on this because he brought his own camera and his own microphone. So he could
We're just
be
like
included.
looking for a way to like
so he could be
you.
included.
I've been trying to think of how to interject myself
Right,
for
right.
15 minutes. Who would I want to ride? I would want to ride Fred.
Okay, well, Fred won't be ridden for years.
Future Fred.
And also he's leaving.
I don't own him anymore.
Okay, well, my answer was going to be Bo, but you told her no.
Yeah, he's just not a good boy. I would say Ethel.
I was going to say Ethel. Yeah, Ethel. I would pick Ethel.
She's so sweet and like chill. Honestly, I think you'd enjoy Ethel bareback. She's like a couch.
Yeah. I want to try that.
Okay,
I
we
want
can
to try
do
bareback.
We can do
Nate?
it right now.
No shot. How do you do anything when you're bareback? How do you stay on?
Balance, core strength.
Don't have it.
Don't have it.
Okay, also I'm so mad. In the last Keeping Up,
Catching up.
I keep messing up the name of my own segment. In the next Catching Up with Katie, or in the last one, I said, Nate, insert the photo of you and Bo here.
I couldn't find it.
And you didn't.
I have it.
She
have
has it. All you have to do is text her.
I didn't know you.
You knew
I
that
couldn't
someone
find
had it. You knew Matt had it.
He didn't want to. So him
I'll
and
put
Matt
it in
are
this
such
one.
dorks. They have this thing where anytime they're together and we're doing something, they make album cover photos where they're super emo looking and serious.
Insert
and they
the
put
one of Matt.
Insert the one of Matt
in Texas.
Like there's a random couple in a Walmart behind him. And so then they like put super filtered coloring over it, and he did one on Bo. He got on Bo for a minute.
If you have it, I'll put it in this one.
I have it.
Okay.
And then I need some like emo music over it or something. I don't know.
Yeah, done.
Put the one of
Say
Matt in
less.
too.
Yeah, we'll do a little montage.
Yeah. We didn't make one for our music video, which sucks.
I think that's the
we meant
dumbest
to.
thing ever. Y'all
we
should
meant
have.
to, and then there was just like we had so many ideas that never came to like fruition because
Of time.
There was just we literally did it all in like one day.
We did it all in one day.
We had a plan for weeks, and we did it in one
we
day.
need to post the video y'all made on YouTube. We just need to put it on there.
Yeah,
Just for fun.
I'm down. Yeah. Or make another one.
Y'all shouldn't have started that because now it's expected.
What, to make another one?
Yes. you have 8 months, 9 months.
You're talking about every year for your birthday, a music video? I think the next one, though, needs to be, like, our own song. Like, we need to write it.
Yes.
Oh, we're topping last year.
Okay, so back to the question. Who are all the horses that are rideable? Not considering the pregnancy. Like, when they're not pregnant, who is everyone that is rideable?
So Sophie's rideable. Here's the thing. There are some that are rideable that I've just never ridden. They've just been pregnant. And so, like, Indy's sound. And, like, when I got her from the kill pen, they were riding her. Willow's rideable. Maggie's rideable. Charlotte's rideable. I know. I feel like Maggie will be chill. Ethel's rideable. Annie's rideable. I got on Trudy one time and she reared up with me, so probably not.
I don't think I would. I don't think I would do that.
Let's see.
Is Happy rideable?
Erlene's rideable. Happy's rideable.
So almost like everyone.
Well, yeah, they're all ex-show horses.
I don't know. How do you think it would be getting on them when they haven't been ridden in so long? Like, does that make
Sometimes
a
they're
difference?
spicy. Sometimes they're spicy. Now the ones like if I got on Erlene last year, and before she was pregnant, she hadn't been ridden in months, like 6 to 8 months. I get on her, ready to go to show. Perfect.
It just depends.
Yeah. It depends. Annie, if you don't ride her for a couple of days, she's like, I forgot. I don't know. I don't know what that means.
I'd like to ride Gracie.
Gracie's rideable. Yeah. The only ones that are truly not rideable is like Beyonce and Ginger. But Ginger isn't necessarily, because everyone's like, well, can't she just do like a kid's class? But she would have to be broke for that. And she was injured as a weanling, and so she was never able to handle the breaking process to then be considered broke enough for a kid to ride. So if with Ginger's injury, had she been broke and showing prior to this injury, she could for sure be like a walking trail horse or like a kid's horse. But because it was before she was ever ridden, it's not in the cards.
It's just like the older they get, the harder it is? Or is it just because you can't do it now because of the injury?
It's because I couldn't break her now because of the injury. So it, like, with the amount of like injury she has now, like you could see it every now and then. You could totally like let a kid walk around on her if she was already broke, but she couldn't handle the process at this point.
Which 2025 baby are you most looking forward to?
I can't say that.
Why?
I can't decide.
Well, you're not saying what your favorite is. It's just like, which cross do you think are you like the most excited for?
Which one are you most excited for?
I have to think about this for a minute.
Okay, we can think. We'll both think.
I'm just gonna.
Let me list them off, I guess, so that we know. So there's 2 Beyonce VS Code Reds in Ginger, or I'm so sorry, in Gracie and Ethel. Ginger and Cool Breeze, which is a full sibling to Fred. And then there's Marilyn Monroe in VS Code Red, which Happy's carrying. There's Annie and Cool Ladies Man, that Annie herself is carrying. There's a mystery one that we will not discuss in this video. There's, because I haven't told anybody about her yet. There's a Goody Goody Gumdrops VS Code Red one. Pretty excited about that one. There's one more. Who am I forgetting? Erlene and VS Code Red. I am very excited for Erlene and VS Code Red, but okay, that's your just.
I am the most excited for Annie's baby or the Goody Goody Gumdrops one, because that's Molly's.
It's Molly's little sibling. Mm-hmm. And I will just go ahead and say this. The mystery baby, like the mystery mare that's pregnant, the daddy of this baby is not VS Code Red. So it's gonna be different. So then we'll have 3 non-VS Code Red babies next year. You don't know who it is? Girlfriend, use your brain.
Oh. The mystery mare?
I know.
Not VS Code Red?
No.
I know who it is.
Who?
The daddy of the baby is not VS Code Red.
I'm pretty sure I know who it is.
Go ahead.
Okay.
Machine Maid.
How did you know that?
Wow, look at that.
It's a machine-made baby.
I did not know that. Had no idea. I thought you were going to say Denver, and I was like, no, it's not Denver. And then I was going to laugh at you because I was going to be like, that's
Mystery.
I was excited for you to be wrong, and now I just look stupid.
As we previously discussed, I'm always right.
Okay, so you need to chill, though, because on that last video where we're, like, making fun of him for mansplaining things and always being right, someone in the comments, I hate that you're outside, you know, and, like, whatever. And Nate's like, I'm on your side. I hate that we're outside. And so he had to go.
Yeah, I commented. I let them know that I actually agreed with them, but they said I was wrong.
Hold on, I have a question for you.
Okay.
Because I saw it in the comments. So this question says, this is for Abigail. Before you began working with Katie, did you have any experience with farm life, or all the animal experiences, or are all of the animal experiences new to you?
Mostly new.
Mostly new? Elaborate.
95% new.
Elaborate.
Horses, 100% new. Like, never been around horses. Never knew anything. I always wanted horses, and I always wanted to know how to ride horses, but I was just never, like, I don't know. I didn't grow up in, like, a place where I could have them. I did, but we just didn't have them. I did grow up on a farm. My grandparents, my granddad was a farmer, and they had cows my whole life, and we lived basically on their farm, so they were, like, right beside our house. So I'd been around cows a lot, but, like, not... Like, I knew they were there. I didn't know what, like, the purpose of them being there was. Never really been around goats. We did have donkeys. We had 2 donkeys, like, my whole life.
What were their names?
Jane and Lizzie.
That's cute.
Jane was Lizzie's mom, and she was brown, and Lizzie was gray. And we did ride them some
when
I was little.
Full-sized?
Yeah, they were full-size. Me and my sister rode them some when I was younger. But, no, never, I don't know, it's pretty new.
But you did start off in college as animal science.
I did, and so my freshman year, I did animal science, and we had class at, like, MTSU, like, dairy farm, their, like, beef cattle farm. They had a swine farm that we went to. We did go to the horse science center. So, like, I did stuff like that, but I had initially done animal science more for domesticated animals, like dogs, cats, that type of thing. So when I saw that the program was more, like, agricultural based, I changed my major because I wasn't into it at the time. But now I kind of wish I had just kept it and, like, gone through with it.
Yeah.
'Cause I feel like it would have been really useful. I don't know. That's it.
What do you think about it now? Like, after you've been here a full year, like, this week-ish is a year of you working here.
Yes.
So, like, what's your thoughts on working with animals now? Like, what's your, I don't know, just give us your general idea of, like, you did not expect to work with animals and livestock, obviously, because you changed your major. So now...
I enjoy it for the most part. There are sad parts that I don't love, but...
You're like, I don't like talking about myself.
I feel like I've kind of gotten used to it, though. Not desensitized to it.
Like the
but
calf
it's gotten
yesterday.
easier. Yeah. The calf yesterday, I feel like initially I would have been, like, crying, seeing it, and, like, wanting it to live, which obviously I did. But in my head, I was just kind of like, I know that this isn't meant to be, and this is something that happens, and, like, it's okay. And
Right.
so I was okay, but, like, it's still sad to see.
It is, yeah, it is. Sometimes I feel a little cold because it does happen often, and so sometimes I feel a little like if a normal person was standing with me while I was making decisions or whatever, that they would think that I had no heart sometimes.
No, I think that even after being here for only a year and seeing how much things have kind of changed in my mind, I understand it. Because it's like, you can't.
When you have, I mean, I think we're up to like 150 something animals or something like that. When you have 150 animals and a lot of them are reproducing or a lot of them are like
Things
anything
just
can
happen.
I mean,
yeah.
like Ginger, that could have easily, if it hadn't gone noticed, she could have easily died from her injury. But luckily we got it quick because her leg was already swelling up so fast. Like, and we got it within 12 hours of it happening, you know. But had we not noticed it, had she just been out in the pasture like the cows are or whatever, even though we check on them often, we feed them every day, it could have had a very different outcome. And so, yeah, it's just...
I think the good outweighs the bad things, though.
Yeah, very much. I think that's why we keep doing it.
Yeah, I would hope so.
Yeah. All right. So I've heard whispers that this rapid fire is going to be different.
It is. So we're just gonna, or I'm, Nate, if you have any food items to throw in there, you can. But I'm just gonna name off a list of like food items, and you're gonna either say yes or no, you would or wouldn't eat it.
For those that don't know, I think I actually might be the pickiest person that anyone I know knows.
You're pickier than my mom. And I always grew up and she was like the pickiest eater, and you're worse.
Yeah. I hate it. It's honestly the biggest burden in my life. I hate it. But we were on a vacation last week, and my best friend's husband is the type of guy that's like, try it. And I'm like, I swear, Evan, I will gag. It's not, like, I can remember going to friends' houses and their parents cooking, and me trying not to be rude and eat what they cooked. But if it was something that was like the texture, like, was so off, or the smell or something about it would be off, and I would literally like be like, I'm not hungry because I, whatever, because I didn't want to be embarrassed at like literally throwing up this person's homemade food. So anyway, okay. That was the backstory.
Corn dog.
Yes.
Apple juice.
I used to. Probably not now. I don't know why.
Sour cream.
No.
Seafood.
Some.
What? Shrimp. Noodles.
Only spaghetti.
Or like mac and cheese.
Yes.
Biscuit.
So like British biscuit or American biscuit? Like a biscuit from Cracker Barrel.
The picture looks like a British biscuit.
A cookie?
Like a cookie, yeah.
I mean, it's like shortbread. That's the thing. It's not. There's stipulations.
Coffee.
No.
Sausage.
Like a regular sausage patty, yes. But not
No.
like a big.
Like a link.
No. A link. No.
That's not Nate's face. Croissant.
Some of these are like, it depends on where it's from.
Yes or no?
Yes.
Smoothie.
No.
Sushi.
No, absolutely not.
Tacos.
No.
Eggs.
No.
Lasagna.
No.
No, no to tacos?
I don't like taco meat. It has like a weird mealy.
She likes burgers, but won't eat ground beef. Like in tacos or like, I don't know.
It's a texture thing.
Quesadilla.
Yes.
Muffin.
No.
Cake. Not chocolate cake.
No.
Pie.
Nope.
Ice cream.
Yes. Vanilla or chocolate.
That's it.
Yep.
Cheese. Like, would you eat
Cheese by itself?
a string cheese?
No.
Like,
I'll eat cheese on things, but no, not by itself.
cherries.
Flavored popsicles, yes.
No. The fruit.
No.
Mango.
No.
Fig Newtons?
No.
Pretzels.
Yes.
Peanut butter?
Yes.
Nutella.
No.
Jelly?
No.
Jam.
No.
Waffle.
Yes.
Pulled pork?
Yes.
Pulled chicken. What were we eating the other day that we were like, can you make it spicy? And you were like, this is spicy.
I think Sweet Baby Ray's is spicy.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I
was like, I like the spicy barbecue sauce. She was like, this is spicy. It's just the original Sweet Baby Ray.
Sweet's in the name.
Baby. We done?
I'm good if
we're
you're
good.
good.
I'm good.
I think we're good. Those little horse questions and then just yapping. So hope you enjoyed that. Stay tuned for more updates. Again, it's kind of kicking up into a busy season. Lots of stuff's happening. Calving season is on the cusp. Like, we are very close to that. Very close to our cattle sale coming up. Lots of horse shows, meet and greets coming up at the Congress and the World Show and things like that. So stay tuned. Let me know if you have any other questions or topics you would like for us to cover in the next Catching Up with Katie. And I'll see you then.